What is up, guys? My name is Dallin. I lived on the road in my 97 Land Cruiser for about a year, and the rooftop tent really helped me out with that. Here's 5 things that I love about my rooftop tent. All right, so number one thing that I like about my rooftop tent is that I look super dope on the gram. The aesthetic of the rooftop tent with my Land Cruiser, and this one specifically, this one's the Autohome Columbus. I really like the way that it looks. I really like the way that it looks on the car. Look at that. Number 2 is how easy it is to set up.
Bruh.
Ta-da! King, come here. So, tent is all set up now. And if you didn't notice, I was trying to push up. The struts don't really like to work right now when it's cold. That's kind of the deal with mine. It's about 10 years old, so the struts don't really like the cold weather anymore. All right, so now we're up in the tent, and you just gotta undo these. Just little clips, see if I can get it with you guys here. Just 1, 2, and usually I just leave these other 2 connected. Boom. 1, 2, and then there's these clamps here for the strut to make sure it doesn't come down on you when you're sleeping. And boom, good to go. So on this particular tent, we have a net here. This has bug nets in it that go on up against the windows. They just Velcro on here on the outside. This zips up, really nice. These are the windows. Zips up, both sides. And this one zips up as well. And if you look here, there's actually a window. So super cool setup. I think I love it. It has this mattress in it. We actually have the original plastic on the mattress. It's a little dirty in here. Vacuum that out, and then just a sheet over it. And there's a, we also have a, what are they called? We also have a memory foam on top of the mattress to make it softer. And then usually this is going to have to be another tip. Number 3. The third thing that I like about my rooftop tent is that it is a hard shell. So the hard shell is super nice because, hold on, let me get down these stairs. The hard shell is super nice because when you're camping in the wind, it gets really windy. And this is sometimes, I think, why a lot of people prefer the ground tents, is because you can get down out of the wind, you can camp behind some rocks, camp behind your vehicle or whatever in the wind. Because when it gets super windy, the tents get pretty loud. What's nice about the clamshell here is when it gets windy, you can face your hard shell to the wind, and that is going to make it significantly less noisy in your tent. A lot of the times I can't even hear the wind or don't even feel it unless it's like a really crazy windstorm, and I've slept in a few of those and they just suck. Ground tent, rooftop tent, it's gonna suck. Any kind of like crazy weather, it's just brutal to be in a ground tent or a rooftop tent. So I prefer the rooftop tent. Number 4 reason why I like the rooftop tent, and that is because it keeps you off of the ground. Check out all this rocky crappy area. Now normally, if you have a ground tent, you're gonna have to pitch your tent on all these rocks down here. And what's super nice about oh, my dog's eating poop.
Bruh.
Dang it, bro. That was a big old cow patty right there. Bummer. So what's nice about the rooftop tent is it's up off of the rocky ground on your roof, and all you got to do is make sure that your car is on a level platform or level space. So there's a few ways you can do this. You can grab one of these rocks and just chuck it under the tires and drive up on it. Also, there are companies that make leveling blocks. I've seen some people use their Max Tracks to level out. This isn't very level right now. I'm not camping here. I just let my dogs run around. But yeah, so that's not level right now. But all you got to do is level it out. And finding a rock at the campsite, I've found to be pretty simple. There's been a couple crazy places that probably we shouldn't have camped there just because it was so steep. That we camped anyways and weren't able to level out. So with that, you just kind of sleep on an incline, and that's really just another nice thing about the rooftop tent as well. If there's an incline, you can level it out. With a ground tent, you can't level it out at all. So all right, so far we have 4 things. Number 1, looks cool on the car, looked like a real overlander. Number 2, ease of setup, so easy to set up, so fast, it makes my life so simple when I get to camp. Number 3, we got the hard shell, makes it super nice in the weather and the wind. Number 4, we have getting up off the ground and staying out of the rockiness. We got a mattress up in there, so it's super comfortable, super nice to be in the tent. It's amazing. And that brings us to number 5. I'm gonna sit back here because it's getting super windy. I'm not sure if you can hear me, if the audio is bad. This whole video even, I apologize, but the wind just picked up quite a bit. So number 5. 5th thing I like about the rooftop tent is it stores all of my bedding when I go camping. So it kind of doubles as a place to put things. When we go camping, or when we were living on the road, so we have sheets in there, we had a fold down comforter in there and 2 pillows, and then we kept a flashlight up in there and a few other things that we just wanted to keep in the tent all the time. It's really nice, it's really convenient, it doesn't take up any extra space inside the vehicle, which gives us room to bring our stove and a bunch of other camping gear that we need, and to be able to bring our dogs along. And it all just fits right up in there, so when you flip that thing open and it pops up, the bed is ready to go. It's super nice. So that is 5 things that I love about my rooftop tent. Can't believe it. Stop with the poop. You guys already ate it all. Scuffs. We got some scuffs here, here. Shit's done. All right. So that's another thing I love about this tent. It takes like 2 seconds to close. What you do is you make sure all the fabric is in the tent. None of it's sticking out or anything like that. You just pull this down, this clamp, and then I put that little carabiner there just to make sure it doesn't open. It makes it super simple. And then you just put your ladder away. Easy peasy. So I'm gonna put the ladder away and then I'm out of here.